I'm waiting on a warm and sunny seashore.
Herbert, also known as Herb Kawainui Kane, was born on June 21, 1928, in Paynesville, Minnesota. He died on March 8, 2011, in his home in South Kona. Kane spent his childhood divided between Minnesota and Hawaii's Waipio Valley. Following in his father's footsteps, Kane served in the U.S. Navy. After his service, he used his GI Bill to study at the Art Institute of Chicago and the University of Chicago. After graduating, Herb began his work in advertising and architectural design. After his 14-year career in advertising, he knew it was time to pursue his dream to become a fine arts painter. When Herb was in his 40s, he made the decision to change his path because he found his work unsatisfying. In 1970, he left his successful career as a graphic artist to begin a new life in the land of his ancestors. With his newfound career as a painter, Kane was lucky enough to have his artwork featured on many different postage stamps. Herb's special interest in Hawaii and the South Pacific became inspiration for his first series of paintings of Polynesian canoes. These canoe paintings drove Kane back to Hawaii, where he settled in Honolulu. There he met others who shared his same passion, and together they formed the Polynesian Voyaging Society. The purpose of the group was to build a 60-foot replica of an ancient Hawaiian canoe. Though the canoe was initially built to prove a scientific point, Herb became more interested in the cultural impact of the canoe on Hawaii. He believed that the canoes shaped Hawaiians and their culture. Herb named the canoe Hokulea, which is the Hawaiian term for the star Arcturus. Herb has become well known for paintings that expertly depict the many types of Polynesian and Micronesian sailing canoes. By combining his creative imagination and historical knowledge, Herb has contributed to art by becoming a keeper of his own primary culture. Herb's main goal was to accurately represent Hawaii. To do this, he stripped away the romanticized ideas of Hawaii and presented the people with paintings that would change their perspectives. Herb was quoted saying, "My paintings are going to go on speaking to people long after I am gone. So I feel a certain obligation to make sure that what I say is truthful as I can find it to be. If my work contributes to our comprehension of Hawaii's past, that will ultimately become the greatest reward." Herb is considered the father of the Hawaiian Renaissance. His move to the islands in 1970 coincided with the start of the movement which saved the state's nearly extinct language, crafts, and customs. His nearly 500 paintings and completion of the Hokulea helped reignite interest in Hawaiian culture. I'm gonna get you, yeah. Herb's close friend, Nainoa Thompson, told an interviewer, "When you look at Herb's legacy, it is transforming Hawaii's society because he brought pride and culture and inspiration back through the canoe. He is the father of the Hawaiian Renaissance." With his work, Kane became one of the most respected figurative painters in Hawaii, with major works on view at the Bishop Museum, the largest museum in the state, and the premier natural and cultural history institution in the Pacific. His work has also been exhibited at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Pu'ukaholaheo National Historical Site, and in Hawaii State Capitol. Senator Daniel Okaka has been quoted saying, "Herb Kane helped the world recognize the history and culture of the native Hawaiian people through his art. He showed ancient Hawaiians as they were, explorers, seafarers, trailblazers in land and resource management. His beautiful portraits displayed on stamps, in national parks, and in museums continue to inspire people around the world." According to an article in Honolulu magazine, Herb's art is characterized by emphasis on realistic and precise draftsmanship when depicting historical scenes. When he turns his imagination to the legends of old Hawaii and the spiritual and mythological side of Hawaiian culture, his work is more expressionistic with bold brushwork and vivid colors. His expressionistic style is seen in his painting, Pele, Goddess of the Volcano, for the Jagger Museum at Kilauea, which depicts the supernatural figure with fire in her eyes and flowing lava as her hair. Not only did Kane deliver his message of the importance of Hawaiian culture and its origin through art, but also in print and television. Most of Herb's art was heavily researched, making sure that everything was historically accurate, even when it came to the weather and cloud coverage at that time in history. Surprisingly, Herb was in opposition to the mainstream of art as it was taught in the universities. During his study, he was told that he didn't do real art, but rather illustration. Despite this, realism and representational art was all Herb wanted to do. In 1984, Herb was elected a living treasure of Hawaii. For you and This honor is presented to residents who have demonstrated continuous growth and made significant contributions in his or her field. In 1987, year of the Hawaiian celebration, he was one of 16 persons chosen as Po'okela, or champion. In addition to his artwork, Herb authored and illustrated the books Ancient Hawaii, Pele, and Voyagers. He has also produced a DVD called Voyagers. I'm gonna get you, yeah. How much you wanna pay for you and I, for you and I. Herb Kane's artworks illustrating the history and culture of Hawaiian and Polynesian islands are awe-inspiring glimpses into another world. His images of tall ships and ocean-going canoes, goddesses, and native dancers delight people all over the world.